Well, hello, retro game players. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Marcus, and today we are checking out Why Does Nobody See the Wizard with Mr. Wizard Reproductions. These games are phenomenal. I've been buying from him for quite a while, and I gotta say, this guy makes some amazing reproductions, and I would actually... this is totally true here. I would actually classify it more as art as a reproduction because of the interesting designs he comes up with on his cartridges, and really even the artwork themselves for the cases and things like that. So the guy, his name's Jarrad, awesome guy, and you know, I had the pleasure of meeting him for the first time at the last Portland Retro Gaming Expo. And so he was walking around and he was kind of doing almost like a Santa Claus thing and hooking people up with some really awesome games. Well, it turned out that I had pretty much every game that he was walking around with, but he wanted to give me one. So he did hook me up with one, but it came months later. And I'm going to show you guys that one at the end. But one thing that's cool about Jarrad and Mr. Wizard Reproductions is that he doesn't just produce however many, you know, he might have pre-orders for. He doesn't do that. He will not make you one, you know, like just like on-demand orders and all that. So what he does, though, is if you follow his Instagram, I think it's mostly his Instagram. I know he has a Facebook too, but if you follow his Instagram, he'll actually talk about an upcoming game he's working on, and he's only making like 10 or 20 of them. And what happens is he just notifies the group or whoever's following him of a possible time when they're going to go live. And so it might be a Wednesday, and he'll say, hey, it's going to be Thursday when they go live. Thursday comes around, he says they're live, right? And all you have to do is write in the comments like, I want one, or claimed. And he used to take emails, but I think the email thing was a little weird. So this is a faster way to do it and more precise. And so anyway, whoever comments the first 10 or 20 times, that's it. And it's kind of crazy because you can definitely miss out on some really cool games, but it's also really, I like how it's engaging with his audience, and you know, gives people a chance to get these, and it like kind of distributes them. So I did miss one of them, which was the Back to the Future cart that he did recently, and that is like awesome. It actually lights up. So I didn't get that one, but I thought I'd show you guys some of the ones that I, you know, was able to get. And so the first one that I got was Splatterhouse 2 and 3, and I have to tell you that I'm one of the biggest Splatterhouse fans. Well, I mean, I just consider myself a big Splatterhouse fan. The first time I saw it, it was actually running on the TurboGrafx 16 at a department store, the first game, and I couldn't believe it was actually running in the electronics section. And I went over and played it, you know, and I was probably like 8 or something, and it freaked me out, but I loved it. I couldn't believe how creepy and gory it was. By the time the second one came out on Genesis, I was so excited, and I remember playing this game and just like freaking myself out, because it's pretty tough, but you can make it pretty far, and it just gets cooler and cooler. I mean, the vibe is so like 80s horror movie, and it's such a good story. The third one is more of a beat 'em up, and it's like a mansion, you know, with like a maze where you have to kind of go around and find your way to the exit, pretty much, to save Jennifer. So the two of them have been combined on this, and this is just awesome because you can see that the cart has blood all over it. It's like dripping blood. The case itself is just awesome, you know, the artwork. And the other thing that's cool is when you open it up, you know, the it actually says like Splatterhouse in here, which is also really cool. So he does do that where he'll print two-sided, but yeah, this cart is just phenomenal looking. And it just, you know, I don't know, it's just really creepy. And the way you toggle is you hit reset on the Genesis, and it actually toggles over to the other game. I will tell you too that on this channel I played the trilogy. They're kind of like unreleased beat 'em ups, but it's a Dreamcast trilogy, and I played through all of them. And I'm gonna link to it so you guys can check it out. They're long, but they're really cool. And yeah, anyway, I just love Splatterhouse. Anything to do with it, it's just awesome. So this was the first one that I got from him, and yeah, really cool. Along with that, this is pretty cool. This is AM2R. This is like the unofficial sequel to Metroid, so it's really pretty much Metroid 2 remade, and the project is actually Metroid2remake.blogspot.com, and you can go there and check out where it came from, all about it. And also that guy talks about the new version that came out on 3DS and his thoughts on that too, so it's pretty interesting. But this game is really cool. It's just amazing to see it running, and how, honestly, how beautiful it is. When you open it up, you have these really cool printed discs. This one is the game itself, and then this I thought was just the soundtrack, but then when I went and installed the game, I realized that you actually put this in. I mean, it is the soundtrack and you can listen to it, but you put this in and you can have game audio with the soundtrack playing. So anyway, really fun, and it's a really well-made game. So this was another one that he had made, and yeah, really excited to see that one. Now this one here is Ghostbusters. I have the pink cart. He made two. He made a green one and a pink one. This is pretty cool because actually, as of filming this, he just gave, I think, 1 or 2 of these away. And he did that on one on his Facebook and one on his Instagram. And basically, you just had to repost a picture of this with the other cart and kind of promote it. And I already had it, so I think I wasn't going to qualify for it, but I made sure to like all of his posts because I think it's a really cool idea. So basically, anybody could have won this today, and on both social media sites. But this is a glow-in-the-dark copy, which is also really cool. And it's basically, I think it's the must be the Famicom version in Europe. I think it's like the European version of Ghostbusters 2. I'm not 100% sure, but when I was playing it, it was really cool. And basically, I think it's the B button uses the proton blaster, and then the A button is the trap, and so you can control both Ghostbusters, and you just run around and, you know, hold them with one button and then tap the other button to throw the trap under them. So it's a really fun game. I actually started playing it and I was like, I didn't want to stop, so I'm gonna go back and play it some more too, just while I was capturing footage. So yeah, this is such an awesome high quality reproduction, and just how the paint inside is dripping down and everything. I just think it's awesome. Okay, so then the game that he sent me was something that I was just so excited to get, and it's Mega Man on the Master System. And so this is one that I believe it's the Game Gear port, which actually I'm lucky enough to have, but I play my Master System quite a bit. As you guys probably know, for those who have been watching for a long time, I have a lot of Master System games and love for the system. So this is right up my alley, Mega Man, you know. And again, same thing, it's just cool. It's just all the artwork he's got on here, and you know, and it's on the back, an official Mr. Wizard Reproduction, and he's got the date. What kind of blew my mind, and I have to say I really was just like ecstatic when I saw this. I mean, the cart's very cool, but right inside it says, "Thank you, Marcus, for keeping it retro. Love, Jarrad," and then Wizard in parentheses. So anyway, thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate that. That's so cool, and it's awesome that you know, you just like, I don't know, I can't believe you sent this. And like I said, he was giving them away to a few people, like the Ghostbusters carts and stuff at Portland Retro Gaming Expo. And anyway, I already had it, so he hooked me up with something else, and I couldn't be happier. So anyway, I want you guys to go check him out, and you'll see what I'm talking about. He makes some really high quality reproductions, and they are really a work of art, you know. I mean, just the attention to detail he puts into them is really cool, and I think the low run helps with that. You know, he's not like sacrificing the quality or the artistic direction of a certain game because he has to make 100, you know, or something like that. So anyway, there you go, guys. Until next time, you know what to do. You keep that shit retro, and remember, nobody sees the wizard later on.